Welcome back to The Explainer, everyone. Today, we're totally bypassing the basics. We are diving straight into the Learn Prompting Advanced syllabus because, well, it's time to seriously level up our prompt engineering skills. If you've been playing around with generative AI for a while, you already know it can sometimes feel like this weird magic trick or, honestly, a frustrating black box. But today, we're cracking that box wide open. We're going to look at the advanced mechanics of how you can actually guide an AI's internal logic. It's going to be fun.
Okay, let's dive into this masterclass roadmap really quickly. First, a welcome to thought generation. Second, defining AI reasoning. Third, the advanced techniques toolkit. Fourth, meet your instructor. And finally, your next steps. Let's get to it.
Section 1. Welcome to thought generation.
So, have you ever asked an AI to solve a super complex logic puzzle or maybe parse through a really dense data set only to get an answer back that is confidently, just spectacularly wrong? It's wild, right? It usually delivers these massive errors with terrifying confidence. And that happens because a lot of the time, we treat the AI like a magic 8-ball. We just give it a shake and cross our fingers that the right answer pops out. But think back to your middle school math classes. Remember how your teacher would always look at your test paper and say, hey, I don't just want the final answer, you have to show your work. Well, it turns out, dealing with a large language model is exactly the same way. We have to ask, how do we get AI to show its work? Because if we want high-level accuracy, we can't just accept a final guess. We literally need to force the model to explicitly show its reasoning, step by step, before it's allowed to give us that final output.
All right, moving on to Section 2, defining AI reasoning. Let's actually look at the exact definition straight from the Learn Prompting source material. Thought generation involves, quote, prompting a large language model to clearly articulate its reasoning while solving problems. Now, I really want you to focus on those words right in the middle, clearly articulate its reasoning. Why this matters is absolutely crucial for advanced prompt engineering. See, when an AI is forced to explain its steps, it stays on track. It prevents the model from just wildly jumping to conclusions, and it drastically minimizes those annoying hallucinations. Basically, the model is double-checking its own logic in real time as it generates the text. And the result? Dramatically more reliable and intelligent outputs. It's a total game changer.
This comparison right here perfectly illustrates the core difference we're talking about today. Over on side A, standard prompting is, well, it's passive. This is what 99% of users do. They ask a question, and they get a final answer without any context whatsoever. But on side B, thought generation means the AI is actively articulating its reasoning while it solves the problem. The main takeaway here is that we're shifting from just trying to get an output to actually controlling the LLM's entire problem-solving process. You're not just a user anymore, you've basically become the director of the AI's cognitive workflow.
Which brings us to Section 3, the Advanced Techniques Toolkit.
Now, to avoid completely overwhelming you, we can actually split this massive syllabus into two distinct paths. On the left side, we have chain of thought variations, things like automatic chain of thought, tabular, or chain of draft. These rely heavily on sequentially linking thoughts together, literally like links in a chain to reach a conclusion. Then, on the right side, we've got distinct prompting frameworks. These are your active prompting, analogical prompting, and thread of thought. These are amazing because they force the AI to adopt entirely different structural approaches to solve a problem. It gives you just a massive amount of flexibility depending on whatever specific task you're throwing at it.
Now, if you've been following the curriculum closely, you'll notice the syllabus mentions contrastive chain of thought. That is the foundation you've already explored. This is our baseline, okay? It's the technique that proved that showing the AI what not to do, right alongside what to do, dramatically improves its reasoning capabilities. It is the absolute perfect springboard into the rest of this advanced toolkit. And just look at what's waiting to be unlocked next. We have active prompting, analogical prompting, step-back prompting, complexity-based prompting, and thread of thought. This is a highly specialized toolkit. That means you aren't just relying on a single party trick anymore. Every single technique here is a unique lever you can pull depending on the specific problem you're trying to solve. Like, do you need the AI to take a broader, more abstract perspective before it answers a highly specific question? Boom, you use step-back prompting. What if you needed to compare similar past situations to solve a totally new one? That's analogical prompting. This curriculum is just packed with these powerful modules, completely ready for you to dive in and master. Let's shift gears for Section 4. Meet your instructor. The course material actually introduces her perfectly. It says Valeria Coca, head of content at Learn Prompting, is passionate about making AI and ML accessible. She is the absolute authority, carefully structuring this advanced journey for us, really taking these complex academic concepts and distilling them down into highly actionable techniques.
And her background is exactly what you want when you're navigating advanced AI frameworks. She successfully grew an AI-focused account to over 60,000 followers. She's earned reposts from heavy hitters in the academic space, like Stanford NLP, and she's been recognized by Amazon Research and Hugging Face. Plus, she's authored some incredibly clear, concise explainers. The main thing you should take away from this is that learning from someone trusted by places like Stanford and Hugging Face, it builds immense confidence. You're not just learning random internet hacks here, you're learning structured, industry-respected, and rigorously tested methods.
All right, final stretch. Section 5, your next steps.
First up, if you're looking for an immediate, practical way to jump right into action, Learn Prompting is hosting a free live workshop. It's called Vibe Coding with Google AI Studio, and it's coming up on April 1st. This is a highly specific, totally hands-on opportunity to take these advanced concepts and apply them live with expert guidance. Definitely check that out.
Beyond the workshop, there is a massive educational ecosystem just waiting for you. If you're ready, dive straight into the Advanced Prompt Engineering course. Or, if you feel like you need to brush up first, you can hit the Introduction to Prompt Engineering Fundamentals or Master the Everyday Tools in the ChatGPT for Everyone course. And honestly, the best part? You aren't doing this alone. There is a Discord community with over 100,000 members ready to troubleshoot your complex prompts right alongside you. You can even jump into Hack-A-Prompt to test your skills competitively. The entire roadmap for your education is laid out perfectly for you right here. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. We've looked at the roadmap, we've unpacked the advanced toolkit, and we know exactly why controlling the AI's reasoning process is the ultimate key to better outputs. So which thought generation technique will you master first? I challenge you to pick just one of these advanced tools from the syllabus this week. Whether it's analogical prompting, step-back prompting, AutoCAD, just pick one and start forcing your LLM to finally show its work. Happy prompting, and keep learning.